Hey guys, I wanted to do a really fun prom look for you guys today. Now I'm well aware that I'm past my prime and that I'm way past prom season, but I wanted to do something really fun for you guys. Now I've separated into 3 really easy steps. First one, nice glowy dewy skin. Second one, make the eyes pop with long lashes. And the third one, a crazy bold lip. Now a lot of the prom makeup tutorials I've seen just really concentrate on smoking and smoking out the eyes, so I wanted to do it a little different. This is really not reinventing the wheel, but this is something you can use for prom, for an evening out, anytime you're looking to kind of glam up your look a little bit. Now I'm not a big fan of matchy, so blue dress, blue eyeshadow, or pink dress, pink lips. The only time I really like it is if you're wearing kind of red, maybe putting on a red lip. But besides that, I like really changing up what you have with the makeup. So here's just one idea for you guys. There's a million different looks you can do for prom. So if you guys are interested in knowing how I got this look, then keep on watching. I'll also list down below all the products that I used today. All right. Let's start with what I think is one of the most important things, the skin. Now you can use a full coverage foundation, a light coverage foundation. If you don't like foundation, use a BB cream. If you're not sure you even want something like that on your skin, you can always use something like a powder foundation. Whatever you're using, just take a few extra steps to make sure that whatever you have on will last all night long. So the foundation I'm going to use today is the new MAC Mineralized Moisture Foundation. I really like this foundation and it gives you a slight dewy look, and I'm going to put something to make it even a little dewier. Right. So here are the few extra steps I'm going to do. First, I'm going to start with my setting spray. Now, to take away any unevenness, I will put on a primer. So this one is my L'Oreal Revitalift Miracle Blur. And we just need a little bit. It's just going to take away some fine lines, some pores. Let's face it, I don't look like a teenager anymore. Now, to make sure we get a nice dewy skin, I'm going to put on 1 pump of MAC Strobe Cream, and I'm going to mix that in with my foundation. And we're just going to blend those together and make sure that it's all well blended into the skin. Make sure you don't forget the neck, the forehead, everywhere. Now, since I've used a light to medium coverage foundation and I've added a little bit of strobe cream to give it an extra little glow, I will take a little bit of Makeup Forever Pro Finish. So it's a powder foundation, and I'm just going to put that a little bit on my nose, on my chin, and on my forehead. Now, to keep in line with nice dewy glowy skin, I'm going to use my bronzer, my Chanel Tan de Chanel, whatever they call it. So basically it's a cream to mousse bronzer, but it also helps giving you a glowy skin. It is matte, but it does have that glow versus kind of like my Hoola bronzer or anything like that. So I'm going to kind of bronze up my face and then contour that as well. For blush, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Perfect Cheek, which is one of the Marilyn Monroe blushes that MAC had last year. This is a very neutral shade. And then I'm going to put on top of that Full of Joy, which is a frosty blush that is a lilac shade. But it doesn't come off really frosty. It just gives a nice sheen. So the first one just really melts right into the bronzer, and then we're going to come in more around the apples of the cheeks with the lilac blush and make sure it's well blended. Now I'm going to put a little bit of highlighter, so I'm going to come in today with my The Balm Mary Luminizer. Is that what it's called? Mary Illuminizer, yeah. Woohoo. And I'm just going to put it right on top of that blush that I've just put down. A little bit on top of the brow. A little bit down the nose. And then on top of the Cupid's bow. Now that we have our face pretty much set, why don't we kind of lock it into place? So again, I'm going to come in with my Skindinavia setting spray and kind of lock that on right now. All right, step one done. Now on to the second part, which is the eyes. First thing with the eyes, of course, like the rest of our face, we're going to prime it. And today I'm going to use my Painterly Paint Pot from MAC. And I'm going to put it all over the lid. And I'm going to make sure to put some as well underneath the eye. Alright, so we're going to start with our Naked Basics palette, which you guys have seen a million times by now. And we're going to take Walk of Shame, and we're just going to place it all over the lid. I'm going to take Naked 2 and a little bit of Faint. And we're going to go right into our crease. Then we're going to take a smaller brush, take the same shades again, and just do a little V on the side corner of the eye, using a little bit more Faint. Now I'm going to come in with my black Scandalized liner here from Rimmel, and I'm just going to go all underneath the eye. And we're also going to tight line. Now we're going to take a clean brush and we're going to come in with Venus from the Naked Basics palette. And this is the only color that has a little bit of shimmer. So we're going to leave pretty much the whole eye matte except for a little bit of shimmer. Now, of course, we're going to curl our lashes. And make sure you're using waterproof mascaras. I'm going to use my Clinique Bottom Lash. I'm going to use my Telescopic Shocking in waterproof. And my CoverGirl Clump Crusher in waterproof. Now, as you can see, the eyes are really simple, really well defined. You can use browns, blacks, grays, whatever you're more comfortable with. Now, the one thing we have missing that'll take this look to the next level, of course, is fake lashes. See what a difference lashes makes? Lash, no lash, lash, no lash. So now to clean underneath the eyes, I'm using my Revlon Photo Ready, and I'm going to use a foundation brush. And I'm just going to sweep underneath the eyes, pulling upwards. And then I'm going to come in with my MAC Prep and Prime. And this one's in the shade Radiant. Is it Radiant Rose? Yeah. Radiant Rose. And I'm going to highlight underneath the eye. And this really won't show, but it just does give you a great illuminated effect around the eye. Now, since we've used a lot of concealer underneath the eyes, of course, we're going to set it again. All right, now on to the lips. First thing I'm going to do is you want to make sure that your lips are well moisturized. So I'm going to be using my MAC Prep and Prime. Now while that's soaking into my lips. So what I want to do today is I want to do a crazy bold pop of color with my lips. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix Heroin, which is a great purple shade from MAC. And I'm going to mix that on top with Candy Yum Yum. Now, to make sure that your lipstick lasts a really long time, we're going to start by putting on a base, which is the liner. So I'm going to use, again, a MAC pencil liner in Heroin, and then I'm going to use a really bright pink lip liner from Gosh called Glam Pink. Now, if you don't own these lipsticks by MAC, I just realized that in the Maybelline Color Vivids, I pretty much have the two same shades. So this one is Brazen Berry, which is like the purple shade, and then Fuchsia Flash, which is a really bright pink. So if you don't have the MAC lipsticks, it doesn't matter. If you're looking to do a crazy bold lip, Maybelline Color Vivids give you just as bright as a lip. And you'll see I wear these two lipsticks all the time together, and I always get people asking me what it is. Simply because they kind of end up meshing together, but when you look at it, you can kind of see the hot pink and then the purple. It's weird, they mesh together, but then they still stand out. And there you go. You've got your bold lips for prom. Oh, I'm just going to take my setting spray for a third and last time and just do a few sprays. Lock everything into place. And there you go. You have your evening out, your prom look. Anytime you're looking to do something a little extra special. Again, thanks so much for watching, guys. See you next time. Peace.